This is the solution video for section 9.4, prop number 7. All right, so I have the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the left of 2 plus secant x over 3 tangent x. All right, so first thing we're going to do is plug in pi over 2. So I have 2 plus the secant of pi over 2 divided by 3 times the tangent of pi over 2. All right. So I get the secant of pi over 2. Uh, right now, remember, secant is the reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is 0. So this is 2 plus 1 over 0. But remember, 1 over 0 is infinity, right? Now, we're approaching from the left. And so if we're approaching from the left, secant is a positive value, right? And so this would be a positive, right? So we get 2 plus infinity, which is going to be infinity, right? Divided by 3 times the tangent of pi over 2, right? So the tangent of pi over 2, once again, is sine over cosine. So that'd be 1 over 0. And once again, from the positive value, right? Because sine and cosine are positive as we're approaching pi over 2. All right. And so this is 3 times positive infinity or positive infinity. And so we get infinity over infinity. Remember, in a 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity situation, L'Hopital's rule can apply. So what we want to say is the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the left of 2 plus secant x equals infinity, and the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the left of 3 tangent x equals infinity, and 2 plus secant x and 3 tangent x are continuous and differentiable. Now, here's an important thing. As x approaches pi over 2 from the left. Now, remember, we're not approaching from the left and from the right, right? Remember, both secant and tangent are undefined at pi over 2, right? Because they're approaching infinite value, but we're only approaching from one side. So they are continuous and differentiable as we approach pi over 2. All right, and so now L'Hopital's rule can apply, and so the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the left of 2 plus secant. All right, so what is the derivative of secant? That is secant x tangent x divided by 3 times the derivative of tangent, which is secant squared of x, right? So now our secant x can reduce, and so I'm left with tangent over secant. But, okay, sometimes people make a mistake and they plug in here and they say, oh, well, this is still an infinity over an infinity, which seems true, but the reality is that tangent is sine x over cosine x divided by 3 times 1 over cosine x. And so the cosines, in fact, reduce. And so I'm really left with the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the left of sine of x over 3, right? And so I have the limit as x approaches pi over 2 from the left of sine of x over 3. And so now we evaluate the sine of pi over 2 and we get 1/3, right? So if you do not simplify, you get an infinity over infinity again, and then you kind of keep going, and then it can get kind of messy for you. So that's the key on number 7.